And that's all for the weather in the northern steppe of Shanhui. However, we're not done yet. TMLI have a very special episode planned for you this week. Take it away, Dr. Katabisirgal.
Thank you, River. Mishka, my name is Katabisirgal. Today we have a very special episode. Thanks to Lagari Portals, we at TMLI, the Temporal Multidimensional Language Institute, have been given an opportunity to showcase one of our wonderful languages for the wider audience of the multiverse as part of CCC4. Today, one of our focuses will be on one of the MerFolk languages in Shanhui, the home dimension of TMLI. However, for the wider multiversal audience, we will be referring to this dimension using Lagari Portal's nomenclature, 129Q. RiverWalker is a language spoken in the deep ocean city of the United MerFolk Confederation. During the formation of the city, the water quartz had fled into the ocean of 129Q due to the collapse of their rift world. As such, a dialect of the water quartz found its way into the forming towns and clans, going from pidgin to full-fledged language in 1,000 years. Due to how long most Fae lived, the language hasn't changed much from when it was fully developed. In order to explain further about the language, I have enlisted the help of my friend who both speaks and studies the language on a professional level. In order to do that, I must become fish.
Hello everyone! I am proud to announce myself as Fíaræ. Today I will be explaining our beautiful language. RiverWalker has been spoken for a couple hundred years as a lingua franca in the vast city of It is a language of cultural pride and probably what you have been taught to speak if you've ever visited. RiverWalker has 15 consonants,
Ta ta ka ka fa fa sa ma ma da ya la ta.
4 tones, rising, falling, neutral, and deep, and 14 vowels. As well as an open-closed vowel harmony impacting the nouns from the watercore dialect and the remnants of a triconsonantal root system affecting the verbs, being left over from the old MerFolk language as well as a mainly VSO word order.
RiverWalker is spoken in all levels of government and has about 81.2 million native speakers all over the world. RiverWalker is the second largest lingua franca spoken in the United MerFolk Confederation, the first being the national sign language. Its writing system is called Kur. It was adopted quite recently from the original national weave writing system to digital text.
It is an abugida writing system with diacritics marking for vowel on the top and tone on the bottom. In traditional speak, tone affects the entire word. When you type a word, you type the first base consonant and mark it with the root word tone. Then you add the first base consonant again and mark that consonant with the vowels of the word. Repeat step 2 until word is completed. If your word has a VCV construction and the vowels are the same, then you may only add 1 consonant or 2 of the same. Your choice. If the word ends in a vowel as a singular syllable, to represent the vowel, you repeat the consonant that occurred in the syllable beforehand by marking the current consonant with the vowel you wish to represent.
So does that work for all combined vowels?
No, some vowels known as rirtsala can combine with each other and they are marked as so.
How do you tell if the combined vowels are ie or ei?
You don't.
You don't.
Now, on to nouns. Nouns are divided up by two class systems, case and number. The first class system has to do with movement and stasis, and is an overall class system, affecting the entirety of the language, from nouns to verbs to articles and adjectives. The second class system is strictly a noun class system, and divided up into people, moving plant, moving animal, moving abstract, static plant, static animal, and static abstract. These are then further divided into a multitude of cases: nominative, absolutive, ergative, dative, genitive, abessive, instrumental, locative, adpossive, allative, ablative, causal, and vocative. These are then divided up into singular, plural, dual, and pockle.
iἰəkìììkə also has the ability to mark relative clauses and has a few conjunctions that are very similar to English. Verbs mark for tense, aspect, mood, movement, and static. Pronoun and whether the person or thing you are speaking to or about is part of your in-group or an out-group. iἰəkìììkə has only 3 tenses: long past, present, and future, 3 aspects: perfective, imperfective, and habitual, and 3 moods: indicative, subjunctive, and interrogative. Pronouns are marked as first person, second person, and the third person.
Because people are inherently movement, we divide the third-person pronouns differently. All third-person pronoun movement verbs are divided into the 3 genders, and the third-person pronoun static verbs are divided into animate and inanimate. And when you are speaking about another person or thing, you would use the pronoun that fits your gender to address the other person or thing you are talking about.
MerFolk has 3 genders?
Yes, indeed we do. They correspond with the way we make babies. If I was speaking to a person about another person or thing in iἰəkìììkə, I would use, I guess the closest thing in English would be masculine pronouns. However, we don't call them that. They are called ara. Do the Fae folk not have 3 genders?
No, Fae folk are not born with any genders. We're born from our court orchards. Do plural pronouns work in the same way as singular pronouns?
Yes and no. The only difference is that first-person plural verbs have 3 other exclusivity modifiers: me and you, them and me, all and me, with static verbs dropping the you and me exclusivity.
Well, I feel very knowledgeable on iİəkìììkə. Thanks to you, I'm glad to have you here to explain your wonderful language.
I am proud to be upon this blessed news show.
Ha ha ha! Is there anything you would like to add?
Indeed, I have a poem submission from one iἰəkìììkə.
Fafivial, Lirivir, Kitia Laya, Sale Raavi, Ki, Yinzra, Laya, Sala Zi Ri Sir, Tia Zi Ra, Kele Te Zara Via, Rievi, Ke Via Ke Fik Viv Fil, Fitse Sara Zaf Nel, Tafes Fet Fif, Sai Ri Lip Zif, Ri Riz Ritz, Ev Ta Yazar Zaf, Lakai Salat Ikir, Ta Kir Ta El, Iki. Liik ra fits I fi naka is ka alak fit sa via rate yof tatsa irvia la il fit ya laya eyatsia ni sitaka Israel ka vi fit sa la ni